Hey everyone, I'm Elfowls, and welcome to the last week of the MGL regular season, week 8 against Travistey, coach of the Canberra Two Cannons. And Travistey is working with a really solid team in this league. We have the Scrafty, which is his S tier pick. This is just a great Pokemon in Little Cup, definitely a staple ever since it was introduced in Gen 5. Think of it as doing everything Scrafty does in its higher tiers, but its stats are just generally better relatively in this environment. So it's going to be doing Dragon Dance with potentially Moxie to just run through teams, or it has bulkier sets like Bulk Up or just general EV Light usage with Shed Skin or Intimidate to be able to switch in on things. So very big threat there. Drifloon, something I'm less sure of. I really don't know what it does in Little Cup, but I'll just be prepared for Ghost and Flying offense. And then there is, of course, Unburden to be aware of there. We have Fungus next, general bulky grass type. Has Spore, of course, like its older brother Amoonguss, and can just switch in on stuff like the water types on my team and generally wall those. So that's going to be its role here. Tentacool, a little more offensive than Tentacruel is in its respective tiers. It's more of a maybe Swords Dance sweeper. It can do that for sure. It can still be decently offensive with special attacks, or it does still have some wall potential. It can switch in on those fairy moves from Tink or fire moves from White Cocoa. So stuff to watch out for there. The Spore Bunny, general offensive fire type, has Libero, of course, so its coverage moves like High Jump Kick and U-Turn are going to be boosted. Citadel, its claim to fame is Belly Drum, but it can also just be a general bulky ice type with Thick Fat and Ice Shard to hit hard and pick off threats. Wooper is a bulky ground and water, of course. Probably bringing Water Absorb for this matchup since I have a couple of water types I could be hitting it with. And it'll just pack a nice, decently strong Earthquake and probably try to set hazards on me. Blitzel is a very big threat here with Terra. It has whatever coverage it wants. Electric and Ice is very classically good coverage, but I think Fairy would also work here. And then it actually speed ties with Doduo, so it's tied as the fastest thing in the matchup, I believe. Chingling, we're getting in the low tiers here. Not much it can do. I've seen it run Calm Mind with Stored Power, but that takes quite a while to get going, and it's really not that strong otherwise. And then Poochyena here, with Terra, it can achieve some good power and coverage, and it has Quick Feet, I believe, with Toxic Orb can be used to outspeed a lot of my team, so that's a decent role for it. But yeah, strong team Travistey's working with here. The team I'm bringing starts with White Cocoa, which is running a bulky EV Light set. This is mostly meant to check the Citadel, but it's also great in the Spore Bunny, and Unaware means it's good into the Scraggy if it sets up as well. The set is pretty standard. Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp, Slack Off, Yawn. Everything is standard except Yawn, which is just kind of here to prevent anything from setting up all over me, prevent the Wooper from just setting hazards all day in front of me, so that kind of thing. Next up, Tink. This is a safety goggles set, so we can better switch into Fungus. That's probably Tink's best role in this matchup, is switching into Fungus and just completely invalidating it. And we have general utility from there. Play Rough gets solid damage in the matchup, and it's also not Draining Kiss, so it will not be affected by Liquid Ooze from the Tentacool. Knockoff for general removal of items and hits on the Drifloon. Thunder Wave to cripple just about anything that wants to switch in on me. Most things that do take fairy moves on this team are pretty fast, like the Spore Bunny, so Thunder Wave is a great way to cripple that. And the Stealth Rock, of course, because it is Stealth Rock. Dodo, we're rocking a Choice Scarf set. This is actually mostly to be able to beat the Blitzel, since I mentioned that we are speed tied naturally. So I just want to be able to guarantee to outspeed and pick that off. So that is kind of the main goal there. Flying and normal moves are basically perfect coverage into this matchup, and then Knockoff is just there to hit the Drifloon a little harder. So yeah, main role here is taking out fast threats like the Blitzel or +1 Scraggy. Yeah, just be a nice offensive Pokemon from there. Inkay, we have a black belt on this set to boost the power of Superpower. Psycho Cut, Knockoff, and Superpower are pretty much perfect coverage. Inkay makes for a really nice breaker in this matchup. Only real flaw is it's not the bulkiest thing in the world, and it's not all that fast compared to their offense. It's mostly here just to check a lot of their defensive pieces. It can do a lot to the Citadel, the Chingling, the Wooper, the Fungus, and the Tentacle. So yeah, hopefully I can position this well to be a good breaker. Jangmo-o with Loaded Dice, it's proven to be a very strong threat this entire season. So we're bringing it back with the Scale Shot. It's actually completely unresisted unless my opponent goes for any Terras. and if they do, I have Earthquake to take care of any Terra Steals. Dragon Dance and Substitute are pretty much filler since I do not need any other coverage for this match. If I can get anything like that set up, especially in front of the Fungus, maybe I can sub in front of that and start Dragon Dancing. Jangmo-o looks to be in a really good spot. And then the last slot, we have Eviolite Launcher. This is kind of acting as a bulky water and a breaker for me. We're hoping to switch into things like the Score Bunny and the Citadel using our resistances and that Eviolite and potentially break from there. We have Water Pulse and Aura Sphere and Ice Beam, which should be getting pretty good coverage, only doesn't hit the Tentacool, which we can just flip turn out of. And we're Terra Fairy, that is mostly just meant to be able to take a hit from the Scraggy. So yeah, that is going to do it for the team I'm bringing for week 8. So yeah, with all that said, let's head right over to the battle. Alright, got Trav here for week 8. We're working with a team of Scraggy, Citadel, Drifloon, Wooper, which is interesting, Score Bunny, and the Blitzel, which is Terra Ice. Okay. So let's see, what ended up not showing up here. We see no Fungus, which unfortunately means Safety Goggles is not doing much for Tink-a-Tink. No Tentacool. Yeah, those are kind of the main leave behinds I'm seeing. Okay, so Freedo looks like a decent lead, but I want to preserve it as a switch in for Citadel and Score Bunny. It looks pretty important there. Score Bunny itself does look like a pretty solid lead for them, though. So Scarf Dodo could definitely do the job here. I kind of like that. And if it's Citadel or even Blitzel would be a bit of a problem. But I could just go for the Sweet High. If I assume it's Scarf. Is Dodo a double edge to Blitzel? Is definitely a KO. I don't know. We'll see how the lead pans out here. It's Citadel. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. So Quick would have been a nice lead here. So I guess my options are for Coco itself or Citadel. For Coco into... Did I say Citadel? I meant Coco or Tink-a-Tink. Is it worth having Dodo just go for damage? I mean, Ice Shard could just kill me if it's Life Orb. So probably not. Ugh, do I want to risk it this early? Both my switchings to ice moves are weakly crowned. I guess aside from this guy. Oh, fine. Let's go play Coco. See what happens. Yeah, it is Earthquake. Man. Oh, I do take it. So what does that tell me? Is it just not a boosting item? That did 12 damage. So yeah, most rolls on Jolly, no boosting item, are doing 12. It would take like a max roll to KO me here. I might as well go for Slack Off. Okay, you're just gonna... Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I could yawn and then recover. This is kind of a tough loop to be in, though. On the other hand, Coco, it's not too useful for anything else. I know it was supposed to be a Score Bunny check, but like, look at this bet. What am I doing to Score Bunny? I might as well Will-O-Wisp. Like, yeah, this is gonna mean that Coco doesn't have the stuff. Check anything later. Let's see. You're not Lum, are you?
Okay, no. Does mean that I could potentially save this guy as a sack later. Oh, this thing being burned also means Jangmo-o look a lot better in this matchup. Because I can start scale shotting. I could save it as a sack later. I could also just save it as a sack for now. So, you know what? Let's just let the Fuecoco go. Alright. Okay. Well, that's a little unfortunate to start. But a burned Citadel is at least nice. I'm almost thinking Inkay? Yeah, can't do too much to us. Year 1 fighting immunity is Drifloon, which I think would be kind of insane to switch in right now. If this thing is not Eviolite and it's more offensive, then the superpower definitely KOs, but I'm guessing that it is an Eviolite set. We'll see though. I brought this guy into superpower, so we're going to superpower. Okay, we see it switch out. Is it the Drifloon? It is. I mean, I'm just gonna knock off. Drifloon does outspeed, and I guess it can Wisp. Is that okay? I think so. I mean, I want damage on this too. Oh, we just KO it. Aftermath does hurt a little bit. And I haven't seen an item yet. I think it might show here. Room service. So it was a trick room set. Oh. Okay. Okay, claim a KO. I guess it was a surprise that I wasn't Scarfed, which, fair enough. I think they tends to run Scarf a lot. And we see the Score Bunny come in, which does make sense. Okay, yep, unfortunately Fuecoco was supposed to check this. I think Launcher might be okay here. Let's double check the calcs. Yeah, it does still do a lot to me with, like, any non-fire move, honestly. But I kind of want to preserve Inkay. Let's see what we got. Yep, goes for U-turn. This will do about half, probably. Oh. Oh, I'm assuming Life Orb. That did 7 damage? Okay, not Life Orb as well. Could be a Scarf Score Bunny, I suppose. And you're switching to this. I mean, Blitzel's definitely an option. Volt Switch pretty free here. It's still Wooper, though. Interesting. Okay. Probably Water Absorb, then? Aura Sphere does do a nice chunk to this guy. Could set spikes on me, I suppose. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I could Aura Sphere. Sure. Yeah, 2 KO. Alright. Earth Power is more offensive? I guess it is. It's Life Orb! Oh my gosh. Okay. Interesting. There's not an Aura Sphere switch-in, so might as well just do that. Okay, can't say I was expecting that Wooper set. Oh, I'm sorry, Wooper. But you must go down. Alright. Launcher is Wooper. Alright, and Launcher's just so low that I can't do much else in this battle, so might as well just let it go to whatever. I guess they still don't know that I'm not Scarfed, so bringing in like a non-Scarf Blitzel could be a risk on their part. You could also have figured out at this point that I'm Eevee-like, because I tanked a couple hits. But we'll see what they decide to bring in. Yeah, so with Scraggy, Toddle, Scorbunny, and Blitzel left, yeah, Jangmo-o does look pretty good. I honestly don't know where I would find the chance to get the Scale Shot. Probably against a slightly chipped Scraggy, I suppose. Do I have anything I want to switch in here? Not particularly. So might as well just Water Pulse. Which I brought Jet on this guy, I guess. I guess I could have Terra Fairy in case of U-turn, but I don't even think I would have lived that. Even if it's resisted. Yeah, even if I'm Terra Fairy, U-turn all those KOs from here, so it doesn't matter. High Jump Kick? Miss? Perhaps? Okay. Alright, so it's High Jump Kick. And a KO's Launcher. Okay, I think Dodo, right? Dodo feels the best here. Into the Scorbunny. I mean, I know Brave Bird obviously is KO. Double Edge actually might not be. So I think we have to Brave Bird. Can Blitzel switch in on that is the question. No, that should still be a 2-shot. I guess unless it's like a bulkier Blitzel. What are the odds of Double Edge KO in the Scorbunny? Pretty darn high. That's Brave Bird. I don't think anything can switch in. Is it really going to be Blitzel? It's the Toddle. Okay. Alright. There's a bunch. Thought it was going to take a bunch of recoil. Alright, so we got pull up Burned Toddle. Not Life Orb, not a boosting item as far as I can tell. Ice Shard. I mean, yeah, not a KO, for sure. Could go tank, but it could just Earthquake me, so I don't really see the point in that. I think I just take this KO now. Yeah, goes for Ice Guard. Does a bit of damage. And now there's no more Ice Guard to keep Jangmo-o in check, which is nice. Now, I do think Blitzel is a strong contender for a switch in here. I think I should save GawdBear so that it can beat the other thing down the line, the Scraggy. So at this point, Tink is okay as a switch in, I suppose. Probably does not take a hit since I'm not EVLite. Let's see. Maybe it's special with Thunderbolt, then I might actually be okay. These guys definitely can't switch in, so it's only Tink or just sack GawdBear for damage. Which, actually, I might sack Inka given what's left. It's probably the least useful. Yeah. That's what we're gonna go with. Goes for Flame Charge. Interesting. Luckily, it can't do that again. Because it doesn't have enough firepower to KO on the next one. So worst case, I can still speed tie it with GawdBear. And Superpower's doing the most damage, so might as well do that. Goes for Supercell Slam. Okay. Okay, so it's +1 speed. Is physical. How does Tink do? We take a hit for sure. Actually, how does Jangmo-o do? It was Terra Ice, then yeah, that would be unfortunate. I mean, it is Terra Ice. I don't take that, do I? Jangmo-o has some pull. Yeah, no. What if we just won the speed tie with GawdBear? That might be my best bet, actually. Because I kind of need my other guys for the rest of this matchup, now that I'm looking at it. Oh, is it really going to come out of that? Probably. Like, if this double edge moves first, then I'm looking pretty great. So, you know what? Let's see it. No! Come on! That was a speed tie that I lost. Yeah. I think I had to take that chance. Now that Dodo is down, I don't think there's anything I can do. Let's just see, though. If I were to knock off the White Form, can Jangmo-o take good hits? There's like a chance. think. Yeah, player straight up not doing enough damage, so like you might as well knock and then go Jangmo-o. Hope for the magic sweep. Alright, so let's just knock. I should live any hit. Yep, let's proceed to sell. This would be a 2-shot. Yep. Huh, that did more damage than I thought. Oh, actually, yeah, Life Orb. Yeah, that's doing about the damage I would expect it. So, yeah, we'll just go for a play rough. One charge, yeah, whatever. And we'll need a miracle from Mr. Jangmo-o. But it is technically possible. We can't do anything else besides Scale Shot, so we'll do that. Goes for its Terra Blast. So, this, without Life Orb, it's still in its favor to KO me, so whatever. Let's see what happens. It's looks like a 75% chance to KO. And we know it's Ducky. It does KO. Alright. GG. That's too bad. I'm gonna be honest, I did not put in as much prep as I would have liked for this match, but still, I mean, Trav just played well. And he's gonna take that 3-0 win. But yeah. Good game, of course. I wonder what would have happened if I won the speed tie with GawdBear. It would have been obviously a lot closer. Like Jangmo-o and Tink are pretty good matchups into Scorbunny and Scraggy respectively, so we could have had a game. But of course, relying on that speed tie is not going to be the most consistent thing in the world, so that's okay. But yeah, so we end the season at 5-3. A little disappointing compared to like the start I had of this season, where I had 5-1 record at one point. But you know, 5-3 is fine. We will make it into playoffs just fine, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Hopefully we perform a little better than we have these past 2 weeks, but you know, yeah, it's been fun. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.